Hey everybody, it's Tim from Tabletop Audio, and I wanted to introduce you to my latest SoundPad, Deep 6, which as you can see is an underwater environment adventure simulator. Currently, all hell is breaking loose. We're taking on some water. The characters in the story have got their backs against the wall, and it's pretty action-packed and exciting. They're throwing switches and doing all sorts of things to try to save themselves. So let's back up a little bit. That's better. So Deep 6 is the result of me watching a ton of underwater adventure movies over the holiday season. Das Boot, Crimson Tide, Hunt for Red October, and others. One of the cool things about underwater adventure movies, at least in Hollywood, is that the sounds are very similar regardless of the era. Like the sounds in Das Boot and the sounds in The Abyss are kind of on par in terms of what they are, the quality of the sounds. It's a lot of creaking metal, it's a lot of drips, it's a lot of the same terrifying claustrophobic situations. So that was awesome for me because that means I can create one kind of utility set of sounds and they'll work for a wide variety of stories, which is always my goal for these things. Whenever I make a SoundPad, this is currently 36 sounds, when 4 of them are musical tracks. I probably make double or more of the number of sounds, and even if I love a sound, I have to see when I add it into the mix and how well it works with others. And some of the sounds that I really love just don't really play well with others, so that I put them away and I save them for later, and I have this growing folder of, to-do sounds that I'll have use for hopefully one day. So I've saved a bunch of macros or scenes, which is very easy to do. You just select a bunch of sounds from these lists and you hit the save scene button and it will appear up here. So when you load this page, your scenes will be empty, and then you create some and then you'll have your own scenes. So here's just a taste of things that I've created. This one is called Underway. It's 4 sounds. It's got a cavitation, propeller noise, an engine room, some bubbles, and a sonar ping. Then I've got a sound called Engine Room, and you'll notice I have 2 engines. The first engine is a little bit more old school diesel style. The second engine, I'll just swap these out. The second engine is more modern sounding, and this could almost be a Starship engine. And to that point, many of these sounds will work great with the Starship SoundPad. When I add them to custom SoundPad, which is a way to mix and match everything that I've ever done, all of these 12, 13 SoundPads. A lot of this is just going to work great with outer space because they're very similar. You're in a hostile environment encased in metal, right? Except for the water aspect of it. It's really, really similar. So that's awesome. This one is outside. There's a respirator, some bubbles. And it also has a couple of tones. I have 3 tones, a pulse tone and an eerie tone you hear here. You can add the high tone in. We can even add the whale song in place of the eerie tone. And I'll show you some of the other music. Ominous is a lovingly stolen theme from Das Boot. Well, it's not stolen. I mean, it's referenced. Let's say referenced. Anyway, it's an homage. Stealth is another kind of classic action where this is where you're playing cat and mouse with the other submarines, or ducking down from periscope depth and skirting the bottom, etc. And then action, which you've already heard in the beginning, which is kind of the, everything's going crazy. That's where the torpedoes are firing, explosions, depth charges. And Old Time Radio was another one, lovingly taken from Das Boot. in the original movie, the captain listens to the song J'attendrai, which is, I believe, by Rina Ketty. And it's unfortunately not public domain. Otherwise, I would have included it here. But this one is public domain. So it's perfect for that kind of, that era of story. So that's it. Thank you guys for listening. 36 sounds. 4 of them are musical tracks. If you are able to donate, please click this donate button and come join my Patreon campaign. I occasionally release sneak peeks of things early to patrons. I occasionally do alternate tracks or other kind of things, and I respond very fast to patron messages and comments and things like that. So please join. Every little bit helps as the site grows, which is awesome. My bills grow, which is less awesome, but so far it's been working okay. So thanks very much for listening, and I will see you soon.